Hello, 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 hello. How are you all doing? Coming on in here on the recording as I wait for those that are about to join us live to come in. I just want to give you so much love, big orange love today. My name is SonjaMarie with Wordlife Astrology on this awesome Monday. It's October 13th, 2025. I have no idea where all the time has gone, where it's going. But I'll be honest with you, your girl is just trying to keep on up. How was your weekend? Was everything stellar? Everything cool? Did y'all tap into last week's weekly rundown? How did things turn out for you rather? And leave me, that's what I wanted to say, leave me a comment, please, either on this video or the last, and let me know how things are unraveling for you. I have so much to speak to you today. I just love my relationship with spirit. I just have to say that again and again, because when it's time for me to share information with a client via a reading or with you all here live every Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific time, all these downloads just start to come. And again, I'm walking around my house just buzzing. And I'm like, God, am I going to remember that? Am I going to remember that? Okay. And then say this and then say that. So I have a lot to say. As you come on in, I'm going to give people a chance to get the notifications. Of course, I'm going to start with a few announcements. Then we're going to go into a few downloads that I want to share. And then we'll go into the week astrologically for those who are new to my channel and new to what we do here. That's the syllabus for today. Okay. And it may take a little bit of time, but you can always leave and come back and see the recording. I'd appreciate that. And if you're here on YouTube, please hit that like button. It allows the video to get regenerated in the algorithm so more people like yourself can benefit from whatever comes through to me. Okay. We talk about not just downloads and spiritual things and all things kind of like down to earth, the way I talk, but we talk about the astrological transits for those that are new and those that need a little bit of further explanation. The transit is how the sky is moving, how the universe is moving right now in transits per its description, right? So if you notice or if you don't know, when I read or any astrologer reads your natal chart, that's literally a picture of the universe in transit at the time, the date, and the place of your birth. And by the way, if you would like to get a reading, please hit me up. Hit your girl up at wordlifeastrology.com/readings. Okay. Wordlifeastrology.com/readings. I offer 60 minutes readings as well as 90 minutes readings. Okay. And I also been circulating some flyers, if you have not seen them, about me doing workshops. I love to do in-person workshops. If you are local in the Los Angeles area and you have like 5 to 15 people you want to get together, or we can do it on Zoom. And what that entails is me actually giving you some general information, you and your group of friends, you and your colleagues, your work colleagues or whatever, your family, giving you all a look at what general situations or general understandings that you can get from Western astrology, but also pick people that you almost trust, halfway trust, because I will be collecting your charts and then I can go deeper into each person's chart and how you all relate in this in-person or virtual workshop. It's a lot of fun. I love to do it because I love to crack jokes. I love to make people feel comfortable around astrology, because a lot of us has been raised with such a weird idea about it and how it replaces God. And I have to address this every now and again, because every now and again I get somebody new who just wants to show up and project their conditioning onto what it is that we do here. And it's not God, y'all. It's not the Bible. It's not religion. This is energy, right? So we talk about the energies of the universe and how it pertains to our personality and the things that we go through. We can do that in person, like I said, in a group read, or we can do that one-on-one per my readings on my website. If you like to do the group joint, just email me at wordlife astrology@gmail. Okay, Wordlife astrology at Gmail. It's fun for like holiday gatherings and just any regular Sunday you just want to get together. I'm your girl. I'd appreciate that. I love the people rolling on in. I'm gonna say hello in a quick minute. Let me say a few more announcements. As you know, or you may not know, I'm putting free bricks back up. I've been rehearsing my tail off, y'all, having a really good time falling back or falling forward in love with acting again. Did you know that I have a bachelor's in theater from Hampton University, 1992? That is me. And for a long time, it took me a minute to like hold on, or I should say, really fall back in love with the actor, with the theater person in me, the real innate performer in me. That's why I get so excited sharing free bricks with you. That's why I get so excited sharing my music and all things performance, because it's my gut. It's really, really what I do and what I've been put on the planet to do, to write, to perform, and also to share any insights that come through. But I am a dope ass performer. So I'd love for you to come see Free Bricks on October 28th. It's a Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. at the Santa Monica Playhouse Theater. It's free. It's absolutely free. All you got to do is go to the link in here in the description box on YouTube, or go to the link tree situation here on IG. Register, put your name. I think they ask you for your email, but then you can delete them after, you know what I mean, after you get your ticket. The bottom line is, get that reserved ticket. It's only 40 seats in the whole joint. It's a really small, intimate theater, but you're going to see some bomb ass talent, not just per me. There's a lot of people in this particular Binge Fringe festival at the Santa Monica Playhouse Theater. It's the bomb, y'all. It's real. I'm just proud to be around creatives again. I'm proud to be living my light, be living what it is that I've been told to do, Yeah, it's definitely not without struggle, if I said that grammatically correct. It's definitely a little bit of challenge on some end, but when I wake up and I'm happy to get to rehearsing, when I'm happy to get to remember lines, when I'm happy to really go inside, I don't know, I can ramble, but to go inside and really tap into the emotional disposition of this particular character, Free Bricks or Bricks. Oh man, and anything creative, it just warms my heart, and I know that I'm doing I'm doing what I came here to do. So thank you for coming on through. If you cannot see it in person, though, please don't be dismayed. There's live stream that's available that night too. 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Tuesday. That's October 28th, I believe that is. It's a Tuesday. October 28th is the date. So go to that link as well and hook up for the live stream. We're gonna have a good ass time. All right. What else do I have to say? Oh, Head Wraps in the Park is going down, y'all, on the 25th. That's before the 28th, naturally, obviously. And I'm performing with a couple of cute, did I say cute? A couple of great musicians. It's not my band, but we have minimized it in some way. And it's going to be an experimental kind of set. So I'm happy to share. That's at 1 p.m. at Head Wraps in the Park. You can look them up on IG. Head Wraps in the Park, headed by my girl Fatima Robinson, who has Runway Boutique. Just hit us up and go out there and really support. If you can't buy me, that's okay. I don't take none of it personal, but please go out there and support the art, the local art that's around you. It keeps us alive, y'all. It keeps us alive so we can keep you alive. Does that make sense? That's the job of the artist, right? Is to keep everybody going, right? So, I mean, do your part. Just show up. That's all. The tickets are free. Not Head Wraps in the Park, though. You might have to pay for that. But Free Bricks is free. So come on through. All right. I'm really trying to get through these announcements quickly. As you can tell, I'm talking real fast, and I wish I had a napkin because the girl is about to stream through. I can feel it already. Are y'all ready? Let me say hello. What's happening to today's vibe? Today's vibe, sweetie, sweetie. You here, nappy Nia, nappy Nia. Miss Brenda, how you doing? Al, Neef is here. Neef is here. Happy Monday again. And Kim Singletary. I love to see y'all. ZP. ZP is in the joint. What up, Joa? Joa, how them babies doing? How them babies doing, girl? They all right? You got like 6 of them already? Because you be popping them out. Just the sound healer and dealer. Is that what that says? Just the sound dealer and the sound healer and dealer. I love that. I'm glad you're catching the live too, honey. We're about to get it in. I had to get through those announcements real quick. Take them seriously, although they went really, really fast. I love to see y'all and give y'all a hug if y'all do show up at any of these events. Kai is here, sweet sister. What's up with you? Soul Sweet Creations is on deck. Chai Healing Institute, Sticky Post-its. Oh, that's a cute handle. I like that. Sticky Post-its. Somebody probably tried to steal that from you, didn't they? I believe it. It's so cute. Akio is here. Oh, I'm so happy y'all are all in the place. But thank you for always showing up. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for believing in yourself, more importantly. And absolutely bigger than that, thank you for believing in God. Thank you for rolling with spirit. Thank you for rolling with your ancestors. Thank you for listening and heeding to the call. That's to get better, to go further, to do your work. That's why we talk, y'all. That's why I get sweaty here on Mondays, every Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So let's get to it. Here's a quick little download. Maybe I might be lying, but first of all, I'm excited to be alive, and I hope you are too. I know it has been a road this year. If you did not catch my beginning of 2025 live, you should, because it is the year of the snake still, 2025. This is a 9 years still. Am I right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, that's 9, right? I think. Yup. So we are transforming. This is what we are signing on for energetically. Did you forget that? Did y'all forget that joint? I hope not. This is the year where it all goes down. And we have been walking it. We're into October. Are you kidding me? So I know you felt it. I know you got a bruise on your neck. I know you got a little scuffling on your ankle. I know your muscles are a little bit tense, but you're still alive. That's the thing. What's up, Miss A? How you doing? That's the thing. Happy belated solar return if it hasn't come. I know you a Libra, so I know it's around about that time, sweet lady. So I want to say all that to say is congratulations. Congratulations for making it this far. Scuffed up, maybe bleeding, maybe out of breath, maybe a little bit richer, maybe a little bit poor, motherfucker. But at the same time, we are growing. Congratulations for being here. Congratulations that we are on the day in which Pluto has gone direct. Now, let me squirrel off to a quick moment and thank those that tuned in to my Pluto workshop. I believe that's what it was. My Pluto workshop in which I tapped in. No, it was the eclipse workshop, but I gave people Pluto information and people saw where Pluto was situated in their particular chart. It was a big deal. And I hope you learned from that, all those that took part. If you did, big yourself up with a yes, y'all, and let everybody know that you on track with that. And if you did not, there's no reason to feel like an outsider. You probably felt it anyway without even knowing, because you intuitive like that. I attracted you. So am I. I'm intuitive, like tracks alike. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? So the bottom line is we've been going through it and we need to talk about it, because today Pluto went direct, y'all. Let me sip my tea. Today, Pluto is going direct this evening. We're about to get set up and prove everything. I'm going to break it down. Prove everything that we've been learning since May. Now, even though this is not the week, we're going to go into the week with this understanding. The understanding that Pluto, the planet of transformation, of regeneration, of transmutation, of digging deep into the underbelly of your own life and your own existence has been going retrograde. And I've said it 1,700 times, if not 1,800 times, that when any planet goes direct, it's not a personal attack. It is an opportunity to review. It is an opportunity to rewind. It is an opportunity to replenish. However, when you're doing that in the vibration of Pluto, I'm just trying to tell you, it's not one of those rides in which it's Saturday. Oh, you're going to be 77 strong. That's right. All right, Miss A. Happy solar return to you, sweet, beautiful lady. Listen, it's not it's a time that you really can't play with. So we're going to address what Pluto has been bringing up for us collectively on some level, because I can't see your chart, right? But if you took my workshop and you remember what house Pluto was in, that's the area of your life that you really been digging with a shovel. And I mean digging. Now. I want to say this once. If I don't say it 3-4 times throughout this broadcast, please do not be hard on yourself. If your digging was a shallow dig or if it was a deep dig and you got in there, just the fact that you had the shovel in your hand, just the fact that you touched the ground, just the fact that you went in an inch or so, just the fact that you was aware, Pluto did its job. Can I get a yes y'all on that? Can y'all love yourself right now in this moment? Because it has not been easy. Y'all get that? Or am I like talking ridiculous in this moment? It hasn't been easy. I'm not being specific for a reason, because I'm going to unravel this thing. But have you felt like you've been wrung out? That's the real question. And since May, have you felt like, and again, because we're in this transformative year of 9, because we're in this transformative year of the snake, it was expected. No, it wasn't. We're not together doing this energetic work just, to really recognize the energy flows. Squirrel, I'm not that astrologer. I want y'all to notice, and God asked me to remind y'all of this. I attract people that like to do the work. My broadcasts are long because I want to be able to pour into you so you can pour into your life and you can pour into the community. That's my word life. And I mean that with everything. I'm not that chick that's nitpicking, giving you a little cute little rundown here and there to help you feel better about yourself and to, help you unpack your ego and pat yourself on the back. I want you to very much celebrate you, but I also want us all as a collective to get better. And that work is a daily situation. A daily occurrence. It's not about being hard on you or me, right? It's not about trying to recognize your mistakes. It's not about always being negative. It's about being real. It's about the transformative energy of integration. By the way, Pluto is that. Pluto is that transformative energy of integration, right? Pluto is that snake. Pluto is Scorpio's planet. Pluto goes deep like the snake. Pluto rummages through the grass. Pluto understands that the darkness and the shadows are very, very much necessary, just as well as the light and the airy, just as well as the entertainment factor of astrology and of your life, just as well as you seeing shiny motherfuckers dancing on your Instagram showing you their best life. The dark side of that life is just as beneficial. There's 2 or 3 of y'all that just shined away from me in that moment in time. You know why? Because possibly, maybe there's a part of you that's afraid to see your mistakes. Possibly, maybe there's a part of you that's afraid to see your darkness, that's afraid to see what you could have done better in your life, a different mother you could have been, a different father you could have been, a different friend that you could have been, the mistakes, the things you said off cuff. You understand? God damn, I should have ate them words. The job that you gave away a little bit too quickly, the man that you ran from, or the sister that you ran from a little bit too quickly. Some people don't want to see that shit, because the darkness brings up some things about them. And then it sparks up this conditioning that we've been given by our family, our parents, and this particular society to say that we gotta be A-OK and perfect all the time and photoshopped. That every part of our lives needs to be photoshopped. I'm going somewhere with this, y'all, because we're talking about Pluto about to go direct. So from May until now, we had to see all of that shit. Yes, yes, y'all. We had to see it. It was smacking us in our face. It was saying, what are you doing? How are you loving? Where's that money going? You know what? You smoking a little too much. You know what? You drinking a little bit too much. You know what? You bought 5 chocolate cakes in about a month. Chick, relax. You've been shown since May with Pluto going to the underbelly, showing you all the things, bringing it up to the surface, going, we got to recalibrate this thing. We have to regenerate this thing. And I'm not here to point fingers at you and tell you how fat you are, how ugly you are, how much addicted to weed you are, how broke you are, how much of a gambler you are, how much of a cold-hearted, mean girl bitch you are. I'm not here to tell you about all those things. I'm here to bring this shit up to tell you you need to change it. So when we walk differently in this new place that we are going, in this new life, in this new lifestyle that we so desperately want, because we've been praying for it. You've been praying for it, cuz. Don't play with me. You've been praying for it. But you don't know there's steps to get to that. The prayer is here and you got to walk through the steps. Ain't no 0 to 60 out this mug when it comes to process, when it comes to energy, when it comes to the universal process of things, when it comes to nature. There's steps, there's gestation, there's growth in it all. So let's talk about that growth. So Pluto going direct this week, I want y'all to pay attention to every single thing, every aspect. This is the way I teach. If you're new to me, hello, how you doing? But I want y'all to pay attention to every little aspect that's relationships between Pluto and another thing. What's up, Jamaica Sue? Ah! You was in here before. How you doing? I want y'all to pay attention to every aspect that Pluto has with another planet or the moon or the sun this week. Write it down if you can, if you're a note taker, or go back to this video time and time again if you need to see how this week is shaping up based on Pluto's retrieval of your underbelly. Does that make sense? Because it's going to take every day as it's going direct. Literally, Pluto takes about 10 days to get to full steam. But as it goes direct throughout this week, there's new steps and processes and aspects to other planet that helps you reveal and understand why you have pulled this stuff up and why you need to move further in the integration of it all. Does anybody like that word, integration? Does anybody know what that means fully for yourself? If you do, express that among yourselves. What does integration mean? If there's a couple of wordsmiths out there, like tell us, like really, I read these comments over. I really, really do. Tell us what integration means to you, how that feels in your body when I say that word. The integrated forces of the light and the dark. How does that alchemize and how does that mean? How does that resonate within your cells? Does it make you feel like a victim? Does it make you want to shy away from the shadows? Does it make you want to take on the shadows? Does it make you want to get deep down, dark into the shadows and forget about your light? Like, what is the balance? What is the real integrated peace that you feel when you hear that word? Because that is the magic of Pluto going direct now, right? Because we've drudged up all of this shit, y'all, in the last 5-6 months, right? Here where I'm going, I'm reiterating for a reason so y'all can keep up with me. I'm moving fast, but I can move faster. But I want to make sure y'all with me. And hey, squirrel, if you have a question, please ask. Stop me and ask the question. And make sure it's for the collective. That would be respectable here in the community. It's not just your question and how Pluto is going to help you. That's selfish. I always want you to know that, okay? It is low key. So I want you to make sure that this question that you develop is for everybody to learn because I move fast. And I'm going to bring you through this. I'm doing my best to show it to y'all. Pluto uncovering its thing, being integrated with the light and the dark of it. It's telling us now as it goes forward, I need you to utilize the newness of you, all the things that you discovered and how you're going to implement that into the world now. That is not a tricky thing, cuz. No, let me say that again. Squirrel, take two. That is a tricky thing. I wanted to say that is not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing to do. You can sit in your house, for an example, and recognize, all right, I've been talking mean to people because I've been projecting my shit on people. Just one example. I've been projecting my low self-esteem on people. If you got Pluto going in this, that been reversed in the second house, I've been projecting my lowest self-esteem on people. So it's very, very easy for you to stay in the house and not talk to a goddamn soul, right? This is a very simple example. It's very, very easy to see that thing over the last couple of months since May and say, damn, I have been a mean girl. I'm not going to do that anymore. But with Pluto going direct today, now it's like, all right, mean girl, reformed mean dude who just wants to be the egotistical bully in the room. Now you got to go back to work. Now you got to take this new understanding that you've discovered over the last couple of months, and you got to be somebody different. That ain't easy. You know why? Because the same forces and the same motherfuckers that tried to take you down before, in which you put up this mean girl, mean dude, bullying defense, wants to come back up. Y'all get that? Now you got to come different. Now you got to come different. That's why I'm so hyped to share with you about what this Pluto going direct is, because this is a new level of implementation. Y'all get this? This is a new level of it. Now you got to take that information and go, oh, sweat. Oh, okay. Now I got to take it on the chin. Everybody looks when rewind, Sonja. Forgive me, y'all. My brain sometimes and my spirit for sure goes faster than my mouth. So that's why I get tripped up. But you got to say to yourself, now that these same forces are coming at me, I got to react differently. I can't swing on them no more. I can't be sarcastic any longer. I can't, say, throw a bird at them. I can't resort to, some revengeful shit. I can't, get back at them in the way that I used to. I can't just walk away. How about that? There's some people that just don't want confrontation. Excuse me for burping. And just want to walk away. And say, I just don't want to deal with it. No, in this integrated situation with Pluto going retrograde, maybe you've been taught how to stand up for yourself. So now you got to find a way in which you are literally yourself, but in a new way of standing up for yourself without causing a confrontation. That is not easy, y'all. I want to show you energetically throughout this week as Pluto is gaining its ground. As Pluto is saying to all of us, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. We've learned how to integrate the shadows. We've learned how to integrate the dark. We learn how to integrate the light. We learn how to integrate the positivity. We learn how to integrate the blessings. We learn how to integrate the fuck ups. We learn how to integrate all of it just so we can move forward, just so we can move on, just so we can be a better version of ourselves because we know it's going to help us. We don't have to be ashamed of it anymore. For you to continue to be ashamed of it, I'm going to ask you politely to go on, dig a little deeper. If you still shameful of the shit that you pulled up, you need to go a little bit deeper because that's not the end. The shame, the excuses, the justification of the thing. That's not the end of it. The end of it is when you can sit quietly in it and go, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm going to take that. That's what I did. Yep. God bless all those that got affected by that. I send them light. I send them love. I pray for them. And I pray for myself in this way. And I pray for all my ancestors and my guides that leaned on that same way of being. I pray for us all. So from here on out, that's not the way of being. That's not the way of living. We can do it differently. Even the babies that came through my womb, even the babies that I helped to raise, even the people that I see and I touch will take it differently. Are y'all feeling me on this? We ain't even get into it yet, but I want to set it up for y'all because this is important. This is important. Okay. I'm doing my best to devise some really important workshops this year and next year. So to set us up energetically. Again, I love people who want to work on themselves without beating up themselves. And I know you're one of them because you come in here every now and again. I know you are. And why should anybody be afraid to see who they are? I'm about to go off in a whole nother tangent, but I'm not going to do it. It's no need. See your dark sides, see your light. So this Pluto direct can take you exactly where you need to go. We'll talk more about that. Any questions while I get my notes out? I'm on one. Let's get it. Let's get it good. And again, if y'all don't remember, Pluto has been in Aquarius going retrograde. We are in the age of Aquarius. I said this before, Mary Hill. How you doing, sweetie pie? I said this before. We are in the age of Aquarius. So wouldn't it behoove us? Wouldn't it be beneficial for us to get what Pluto in Aquarius is trying to get us to drudge up? It's like the shovel is Aquarius. And the shovel is like, yo, get all the things out that's Aquarius like. And I don't want to bring y'all down that road because I don't want to confuse y'all. But get everything out, everything that you need to see so we can walk into this age prepared. Because here's the real motherfucking spit. This age is happening with or without you, cuz. This age is happening with or without you. Do you get that? Don't you want to be prepared to walk into it? Not necessarily by Sonja alone. Again, I said this before. I'm not Jesus, Joseph, or Mary. I'm nobody's motherfucking Buddha, but I know astrology and I know God's voice when I hear it comes through. And I am bold enough to say this shit, even if I look crazy. Okay? So don't you want to see where you're going to make the best of your life? At the very least, be prepared. Because nobody says you're going to do it perfectly. But this is where we're going. The age of Aquarius is what? For somebody that asked. It's the age of technology, obviously. It's the age of community. It's the age of spirituality. It's the age of the innovative. It's the age of the newness. It's the age of the weirdos. It's the age of the healers. It's the age of the astrologers. It's the age of the artists that are making you sing things past your consciousness, making you feel things past what we felt in the 80s and the 60s and the 50s and the 40s, y'all. It's the age in which we are vibrating through violet light and white light and pink light. And we're like, what is that feeling? You're going to have to explain that to yourself every now and again. This is the age that we're walking into. But Pluto going retrograde has been telling us, I need you to dump all of that shit that you held on to so we can prepare to walk in this age. Because that's not going to help us, cousin. All of those old ideologies, they're not going to work. All of that old, like, I'm going to be like the Kardashians. I'm being facetious and very superficial for a reason. I want to be all of the Kardashians. I'm going to be the new hot shit. I'm going to dress like this. And I mean, I love fashion. I'm not talking shit about art or fashion or the Kardashians for that matter. I'm talking about getting off of the superficial way of being, way of thinking, way of existing. Because higher consciousness is coming for you. And this is the preparation. And you don't want to be lost in that higher consciousness feeling like, what the hell? Nobody told me. What the fuck you think I'm on here for every goddamn on Monday? Of course we telling you. Oh, there's a bunch of healers and seers that are telling you. Don't go there. Don't be a victim. Just pay attention. I'm saying at the very, very least. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this rundown? Come on, y'all. Ooh-wee! I got some new green tea. It's a Moroccan mint, Trader Joe's Moroccan mint green tea. It smells so delicioso. I wish y'all could smell it. I put a little almond milk in there, vanilla flavor with some maple syrup. Your girl be getting it in, but it gets me heated. Get ready. Okay, y'all ready? Y'all ready? You ready? Let's do this thing. Again, if y'all want a personal reading, hit me up on my website, wordlifeastrology.com/readings. Okay. I have 60-minute readings as well as 90-minute readings. I do group readings as well, but you're going to have to email me for that at wordlifeastrology@gmail. Get a couple of your friends together and let's do the thing. Let's talk it out. Let's be advocates one another. Again, squirrel, age of Aquarius. when communities come together, when we have to be sovereign souls in a community. We can't be messy and sloppy, being manipulative, feeding off of people, stifling people, sucking people's energy no more. That was the 80s, cuz. That was the 80s for sure. We can't do that. Y'all hear that? Let's go with this rundown this week. Ooh, Sonja's first little note to myself and to y'all is to say, use this week to fuel the recent Pluto transformation. Already said that in the last 30 minutes. So y'all ready? Nobody has any questions? All right. I see no questions, no question marks. Let's get on in it. Monday. Today, the moon is in Cancer. The moon, we talk about the moon because the moon is the emotional vibration of all things that are going on right now in this moment. We always talk about the moon. I don't care what sign you are. You need to know the moon vibration of the day if you don't know nothing else. Why? Because that dictates the emotional propensity of everybody around you. That dictates the karmic energy that's being handled or processed. That dictates how you get along, believe it or not, with women. And we rule the world. Do I need to go down that Free Bricks road? Come see Free Bricks, October 28th. 7:30 p.m. We don't need to go down why women are necessary. We don't need to go down that road. So when we talk about the moon, we talk about the mother, we talk about the woman, we talk about karmic information, we talk about the emotional energy. Now today, being that the moon is in Cancer, the moon is Cancer's ruler. It's a really natural placement to be in this place when the moon is in Cancer. So the water naturally flows. So the tears and the emotional expressions naturally flow for us all, regardless now who you are. Now, you may be a type of person that don't want to cry, and it may feel a little resistant upon you to be able to cry because you're a Capricorn, because you're a Sag, and you're like, I don't want to cry. I'm dismissing that shit. I want to get back to happy. I got to keep on moving because you're an Aries and you think crying is for punks. You know what I mean? But regardless, the tears are happening. You get that? Food you want to eat. You get that? The moon in Cancer brings about emotional maturity. It gives you an opportunity to be so, or you get away from it. You don't want to be emotionally mature because you want to act like a brat and you want everybody to focus on you. Emotional maturity is regarding everyone's emotions in the room, being able to see where everybody is at. There may be an opportunity for you to do that today, is all I'm saying, with the moon in Cancer. Already said that Pluto is going direct. Let me give y'all a time. 10:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 10:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, these are for some of my village people that are down with Wordlife Village. Check that out on my website if you want to be down with us. It's pretty dope. This is for my village people and for those who like to do rituals. Around about 10:54 p.m., you might want to meditate on those Plutonian things that you've been getting rid of out of your life. You might want to do that thing. You might want to usher it along. That's Eastern Standard Time, by the way. You might want to usher it along. You might want to look it in its eye. You might want to stand at the threshold. Does that make sense? And invite the integration around that time. Does that make sense? What's a ritual? A prayer. What's a ritual? Light a candle. What's a ritual? Just stay silent. Whatever it is you consider a ritual at the time. Oh, I got to get some paper towel, y'all. Girl need to wipe her face off. You know what? Let me put this. Thank you for your patience. I just like to feel cool. And the green tea sparks my perimenopause hot sweats. I gave up sugar, a lot of sugar. I gave up caffeine, like real caffeine. I gave up freaking alcohol. I can't give up everything. I got to hold on to my green tea, but it makes me sweat. So anyway, thank y'all for letting me explain to y'all why I had to jump up. So Pluto going direct on the tonight. Tap into some rituals. Stand at the threshold is what Spirit was saying. Stand at the threshold of that integration point. Stand at the threshold of that integrated point, right? And look it in its eye. That's the beautiful thing about Pluto. When you respect Pluto and you look it in its eyes, meaning that you sit down and you go, yeah, that shit was crazy. Again, when you admit to your thing, when you admit to your dark side, when you admit to your shadows, when you admit to the things that you need to recreate in your life, Pluto style, deep like Scorpio style. You get that? Because that's Pluto's planet, right? I mean, that's Scorpio's planet, is Pluto. When you can admit that thing, that's when all the resistance falls away. That's when all the pain falls away. That's when all the excuses fall away. The moment we want to control it, the moment we want to run from it, the moment we want to see it as, oh, that's some bullshit. You want to put blame and shame. I did that because of this and this and that. I fucked up Bobby because Bobby did this. And I would no, you fucked up Bobby because call it what it is. The moment we call it what it is, the integration can happen. Does that resonate with anybody? Does that make any sense whatsoever to anybody? When we resist, when we push, when we want to hide, when we want to drink it away, smoke it away, fuck it away, like Solange said, when we want to do all the things instead of looking at it, you know what I mean? It grows. It becomes a monster. Pluto going retrograde was like, yo, I don't want this monster to grow no more, so I want you to look at it. You had since May. You had since May. Y'all don't want me to go down that road again. So when it goes direct tonight, 10:54, look at it. Talk about it. Write about it in your journal. Now, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. At the same time today, the moon is squaring up against the sun. That's not easy. Why? Because the moon being in Cancer is a square. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I am Tan. The moon squaring up against the sun is like the emotional nature squaring up against your ego. I described to y'all already what the moon in Cancer is all about. Don't want to go down that road again, but it's emotional. We need our emotions today. I just want to remind y'all of that, not just because I'm a Cancer, excuse me for burping, but I want to remind y'all that that emotional nature is necessary. It washes the thing. It keeps the flow. So as you are looking at Pluto's direct motions, as you are looking at your integrations, as you are looking at the sun, more specifically say, oh, we don't have to pay attention to that. Let's just be realistic about what's happening. Yeah, well, Sun in Libra, we need to be realistic as well as be emotional. Sometimes we got to cry to get to the other side of the realism. Does that make sense? Sometimes we got to feel it through. Like I said with Pluto, sometimes you got to go through the gate. So don't allow your ego and your emotions to fight today, right? I wrote here, there's a need to shine in realism, but why disregard the emotional maturity? They need to work together. The emotional maturity of knowing who you are, good, bad, and indifferent, needs to work with the realism of this moment. I got to move forward is the realism. I got bills to pay is the realism. I have to be a good mother, a good father, a good sister, a good teacher is the realism. So we need both. What up, Vaughn? How you doing, honey pie? So we need both. You get what I'm saying? We need both. Don't let your ego work against you. If you feel that happening today, stop and breathe for a couple of minutes. At the very least, go cry. Is there a question over here? How am I still sweating? You haven't, oh, how you still sweating? You said you haven't given up none of them and I'm just sweating. Oh, girl, that's a whole nother question, Kim. But I'm doing good though. The sweat is in combination too with the perimenopausal thing. Squirrel, the perimenopausal thing, the green tea that has slight caffeine, and the fact that I'm excited and spirit is coming through me. So it's all the above. Going back to our weekly rundown. We on Monday, so you right on time, Vaughn. I'm glad you caught us live too. What's up, T Noble 510? So also, that moon in Cancer is conjuncting Jupiter. Oh, snap. This throws another spin on that thing. Because if we respect the emotional nature of Cancer today, If we respect the emotions, the water, the flow, the emotional maturity, the figuring things out, the understanding, the love that's in the room, you understand? To understand how things and people can be a little possessive and things can hold on, but you need to step back. This is all Cancer emotion. And the realism of the thing, because we can't forget the sun in Libra, that's a square they're fighting. But if we respect the emotions, it's sitting right nice with Jupiter. It's saying, oh, that emotional connection brings expansion. Yes. That emotional connection brings an honoring of the flow and some opportunities. Yes. Y'all get what I'm talking about? You get where I'm going? The real is the real. We gotta pay bills. The real is the motherfucking real. Okay. But the emotion is trumping on some level today. It's superseding on some level today, right? Because Jupiter is in the mix in Cancer and it's sitting right next to that moon in Cancer. So if you forget about the emotions, you can't expand, you can't swell, you can't see yourself above your issues. That's what that expansion wants to do for us today. Trust me when I tell you, you get to be the better person in the room again. Some people got ego. Some people say, I don't want to be the better person. I'm tired of being the fucking better person. Here comes that Libra cynicism that wants to come in. I'm tired of being the better person. I'm tired of, stepping up and having to figure it all out for everybody. First of all, squirrel, you don't have to figure it out for everybody. Figure it out for your goddamn self. All right? Don't get frustrated by wanting to figure it out for everybody else. Figure it out for you. You and only you. Okay? But to be the better person is always the best thing to be because it brings us further in our expansion of this thing that we have signed on for called life. Life. That's why you came here. Don't let me preach too much, y'all. Monday, still at the end of Monday, check this thing out. Because we got to get into Tuesday. That's a whole nother day. That's a doozy, right? The end of today, though, Venus, Venus, I'm going to want to stutter. Get your mouth together. Venus, okay? Venus is in Libra. Did I say that? Oh, yeah. Venus went in Libra today. Forgot all about that. Squirrel. Venus is in Libra. Venus today. Venus is in Libra, right? So that brings on a whole nother thought. The whole nother thought is that Venus in Libra is love and value in partnerships, love and value in personal and business partnerships, love and value in being fair, love and value in keeping it real. Straight up and down, love and value and being the leader of the mind and figuring it all out, having a process of sorts of what it is that needs to happen in your life so you can see the horizon and you can see it clearly. There's value in that. Okay, there's value in that. We know sticky posted, but keep on going. Cancer gang for sure, because we got that emotional maturity. You dig? Understand that, right? But there's value. There's value when Venus in Libra is hooked up or is shining, and that starts today. So look at that. Look at the realism, the value in the realism. Don't let it fight that Cancer energy because they can both exist. Is my point. Even though it's squared on some level, they can both exist. The emotional maturity and the value in the realism. They can work together. They make each other better, even though they don't agree. I can't say that enough. Now, with Venus in Libra, though, it wants to be opposition Neptune today. The value of partnerships and being real brings dreams alive, right? Bring realistic value to the unseen courage of things. Dreams and the reality will have a little bit of blurred lines. Okay, so staying along with that, knowing that our value definitely has to do everything with being fair. Our value has to do everything with understanding our partners today, if this applies to you in some kind of way. Our value with Venus being in Libra has, is saying, okay, listen, we just have to pay these freaking bills. We got to do X, Y, and Z, A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3 in order for us to move further. Okay, but make sure there's a balancing that happens with your intuition. There's a balancing that happens with your intuitive nature. There's a balancing that happens with your dreams. If you're going to spend money on your bills, spend money on your dreams. If you're going to be realistic about how you love, also be open-ended about the unconscious love that you can have inside your heart. This may sound a little woo-woo to a few of you, but stay with me. Stay with me. When you woo-woo-woo. Stay with me, Jeffrey Osborne, please, and very please, right? Because that's when the magic really starts to happen, when we can be in this world but not of it, when we can be realistic but not necessarily all the way attached to it. And Neptune, the planet of intuition, the planet of the woo-woo, the planet of the of spirit, the planet of imagination, can bring balance to keep us to the unseen. Because here's the deal: we need the unseen in order to know what to fight for, or I should say, how to walk in the realistic aspect of life, right? You need to have a dream in order to know where where you need to put the dream. You need to imagine the thing in order to be realistic about a thing. Y'all get that? You need to think about what it is. You need to intuit where you want to go before the Libra energy says, okay, let's make sense of it. Let's put $5 on this, $10 on this, pay this bill, and do that. Otherwise, there's nothing to do realistically if you can't get it from the ethers. And that's what Neptune is trying to say. Bring balance to that. Ooh, I hope that makes sense to a few of y'all. I really, really do. I went out on a limb with that. Let's get into Tuesday. Ooh, what I say? Oh, yeah. Okay. Something becomes clear on Tuesday is what I like headed Tuesday to be. It has 2 pages of notes. Y'all ready? Tuesday is interesting. That's tomorrow, right? That moon in Cancer only lasts today, just to let you know. Yesterday, most of the day, it was in Gemini. Today is the day where we get these emotions, this emotional maturity out, this feeling it in our heart and letting it lead the way for us. That's the magic, okay? I want y'all to hone in on that. If you can really tap in on that today and let the tears flow, and you get to the bottom of the barrel on that and be emotionally mature, you have an opportunity to ride the wave of the rest of this week. Why? Because tomorrow on Tuesday, it goes into bold ass, courageous ass, self-centered, egotistical, bullying Leo. Yep, I said it. And I'm talking about myself because I have a lot of Leo in me, even though I am a sun sign Cancer, right? And that Leo energy can be very, very forthright. It can be very, very bullying. Leo energy has big heart, like the lion that it is. Thank y'all for coming on in here. I appreciate you. You know, this is a nice little lengthy kind of rundown, but we hitting it all points. I appreciate you being here. Listen, that Leo moon tomorrow wants to trine Neptune. This is why I say y'all got to pay attention to this Leo energy. Being it the bully, being it courageous, being it forthright, being it having heart, be it with that Leo energy, being a brat, you know, being just full-hearted, like generous, you know. Leo energy is dope. Look for that emotional propensity tomorrow is really what I'm telling you. But that emotional propensity, that way of being that way. What's up, everybody coming on in? How you doing? Pivot Lover 24. That wants to hook up with Neptune. So wait. There may have been 1 or 2 people that says, but Neptune was just hit yesterday with that value with Venus. Once you saw the value of Neptune's processing, of Neptune's unseen value, right? Tuesday, tomorrow, we snap in the vibration of utilizing courage to push that through. If at the very least, just feeling it, right? Because the moon is feelings and emotions and expressions. So tomorrow it's like, yeah, I got the courage to live my dreams. I want to fuel my intuition. I want to do the things, even if I seem a little delusional, even if I seem like, you know, I'm walking into this new integrated space in who I am. Remember, we was talking about Pluto for those that have held on for a little while. It's 101. What's up with the ones again? I love it. Right? Even if you feel like, this Pluto energy is making you this new person, is my point. This new person, this integrated person. This is a good thing that Leo comes into the space and is hitting up Neptune, because Neptune again brings the unseen. Neptune says, I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do it. I got the vision, you got the legs. So it's about us tomorrow waking up with, I can do and I can be whoever it is I want to do and be. And if people don't like it, if people don't understand this new integrated part of me, if people don't want to sit down and tap into how courageous I am, and at the very least, if people don't respect the new version that I am becoming, they need to do what? 3 words. Kick rocks. That's 2 words. Kick rocks. Sonja is crazy. Okay? All right? Remember that, because you're given literally on Tuesday, the beginning of Tuesday, the permission. The permission. Somebody said kick rocks with sandals. I love that, Jess. Right? Keeping it going, because Tuesday's a lot. Tuesday also sextiles that moon, sextiles Venus in Libra. Oh, snap. Love that. Why? Because that moon in Leo is saying to that value that we just tapped into the day before, that value that Libra is bringing, right? Like, we can do this. Find the value in the support that's surrounding you. Get somebody to help you. Tap into your resources. Squirrel, but not really. Leo energy really does not like to ask for help. But with Leo in the moon sextile in this Venus in Libra, it is saying, please find the courage to ask for the resources, ask for the help, ask for the love, ask for the support, ask for the reiteration of value within yourself. You get what I'm saying? Tap into that well. Tap into the love that you have that's surrounding you, even though you may not think. Now, here's another part where Spirit is just downloading to me right now. We think we're in this thing by ourselves. We always do. Especially as Pluto has been showing our ass for the last month, not month, since May, right? Especially when Pluto's been putting all our shit, all our laundry out in the middle of the floor, if not to everybody, to ourselves. So there's a part of us that's a little egotistical, a part of us that's a little shy about expressing what things are being left out. You know what, Ma? I might need some money. You know what, honey? We may have to sell that car. You know what, baby? We might have to move. You know what? We might have to get your partnerships involved. This is tomorrow, and find the value around that thing. Does this resonate with anybody? I feel like I'm talking to somebody, because somebody's sitting back going, I don't know if I should tell him. I don't know if I should stop relying on this old person and get with this new person. Yes, because maybe that old person is doing it in a way that is not resonating with this newfound integrated Pluto direct person that you have become. I'm so glad she is, Claudia. Thank y'all for responding to that. Keeping it moving. Because as we do that, that moon in Leo says, okay, we got the courage to see the value in our partnerships and things. We got the courage to tap the ethers, that Neptune, that expression of what's unseen and lean spirit. We got the courage to do that thing. Then that means with the moon in Leo sextile and Uranus, we got the courage to change. We can allow the switch ups to happen. Now. Here's the caveat to that thing. Because it's Uranus and it's incredibly wild. Uranus is just wild like that. Uranus is crazy. Uranus is Aquarius's planet, right? And Uranus says, but when we change, because it's in Gemini, the moon in Leo sextile and Uranus in Gemini, when we change, when we switch up, it might not look the way you thought, though. Boo-boo. You might have thought you was doing all this Plutonian work since May to do what? To be an actress. You might have thought that you was doing all this Plutonian work so you can get your kids out the house. That might not be the change, the switch that you need. Hear where I'm going? Hear what I'm saying? That might not be the switch that's prescribed. Why? Because you done drudged up all this other Plutonian shit that's showing you a new you, that's showing you an integrated you, that's showing you a responsible you, for you to be able to look at your own shit in your own eyeballs, cuz. So the switch that's happening is based on that work. Not what you prayed for years ago, not even what you prayed for a couple of months ago, because maybe you were still in that old prayer stance. I just need $1 million. I just need $1 million. I just need $1 million. God is like, no, you don't. You need $10,000 and a new attitude. That's what you need. Are y'all hearing me? It may switch on you tomorrow in a way in which you don't know is coming. You don't know. There could be prayers that's answered in a different way. That $10,000 and a new attitude makes you the boss, because why? You start to integrate, you start to invest with that $10,000 into a whole new business that begins to accumulate and allows you to get that $1 million next year. Don't play with me. Don't play with God. Oh my gosh. And beside that, tomorrow, that moon in Leo is doing a number, is opposition, what? Pluto. Come on now. Do I need to twirl around in this goddamn chair? What? Doing what? Giving you balance. This courage that you're pushing through in order to do the change with Uranus. This courage that you're pushing through in order to find value in partnerships and resources and love. This courage that you're pushing through on Tuesday in order to find the power in the unseen is also helping you to bring balance to your newfound power. Pluto going direct, right? It helps you to take your dreams where you want to go. It helps you to walk the walk. Oh, I'm a little stronger. I could do this with my new integrated self. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And also on Tuesday, that Venus is trining up Uranus. Naturally, it's an air sign, fire sign situation day on Tuesday. You got Leo heading it all up, throwing in Libra and Gemini mix all over the place. It's about it's about knowing, not feeling. It's about knowing what it is that you can do without overthinking it. It's about utilizing the information that you have before you, with Venus, especially trining Uranus. It's about utilizing the information, the resources, the possessions, the money, the love that you have in order to adhere to the shift, in order to adhere to the next space where God wants you to go, in order to adhere to the switch up, to the change, to the new innovations that are coming for you and that are at least peeking its head that day. Pay attention. Pay attention on Tuesday, because this could be very subtle, but it could be also incredibly magnanimous, in which it throws you off your feet. But even the subtle things lead to bigger things. It's either or, but it's all worth it. I hope this makes sense to everybody. Are y'all getting this? And also, lastly, that Pluto is trining up Venus. Come on. So it's a Pluto, Venus, Uranus kind of situation that's happening. There's value in the changes in order to bring you the power, the new transformative power in who you are. You got to be able to sit with that on Tuesday. And I want y'all to remember this, because by the end of the week, it switches. Doubt starts to roll on in. Okay. And I want y'all to remember this Tuesday, the feeling going in Monday night into Tuesday, all into to the tip of Wednesday. I want y'all to feel this power in your bones. It's time. Hi, Coco. It's time for you to sit and meditate on this thing. Meditate on what this feels like. Honestly, I stay away from prescribing things to people, because everybody has their own modality and their own way of talking to spirit. But at the very least on Tuesday, if you put yourself, engulf yourself, encompass yourself in this white light, encompass yourself in any color light that you want to, and you stay firm in that, and you see yourself ascend from the ground, ascend from the earth into this protected layer of where your higher consciousness is, this can help you to move like a bubble throughout this week. So when the doubts and everything start to shift and come your way, you can remind yourself who you are by this vibration, by this feeling of being in this bubble of higher consciousness. Yes, y'all. Do y'all get that? Please remember it. When I say bubble for the next couple of days, you know what I mean, because you're going to need that bubble. You're going to need to be reminded of the power that you cultivated to this moment. Let's go into Wednesday, because it starts to get gnarly. Wednesday, the moon stays in Leo. Wednesday, the moon stays in Leo. Okay, we can handle her. Again, I love Leo energy. I got a lot of it on me. It does make me a little self-centered at times. And when the moon is in Leo, it makes y'all self-centered as well on some level. I'm going to tell you specifically, though, don't matter what sign you are, don't matter who you are. So don't go there in your brain, okay? This is for everybody because this is a transit chart reading. When the moon is in Leo, we have the propensity to be a little bit more self-centered. We want to pop our collar, you know? We want to be more of a bully. What's up, Miss Sonja? We're going to be more of a bully on some level, right? That bullying energy goes against thought process. Why? Because that moon in Leo squares up Mercury in Scorpio. That's a battle, cuz. Ego and bold expression goes against mental control that you desire over the changes that are happening in your life. Calm the brain down and watch the magic of the change work without the panic and the dramatic control. This is Wednesday. Okay. That moon in Leo says, I know what I'm doing. I'm courageous. I'm stepping into my new power. I don't need you to think for me. I don't need you to think deep. I don't need you to take control of this thought process and where we're going, where the thought process and the mind is like, I got to take control because your ego is a little too blown out right now. I got to take control because you're about to spill the motherfucking beans right now. Does this resonate with anybody so far? Maybe not because we're not on Wednesday. But I want y'all to pay attention at the very least on Wednesday to the fact that what it is you feel and what it is you know may be on two different accords, right? And it will not serve you to try to grab control mentally of what's happening around you because you're scared. I'm going to say that. It comes down to it. That just washed over me like real easy. Like God said, just say the word because you scared. We get scared sometimes when we change. We get scared sometimes when we have this new cape on and we're in the middle of the floor. Dun, 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 but everybody else is like, ah! You got a new cape on. You think you fly. You think you got money. You think you strong now. Y'all hear what I'm saying? We get scared. So what happens is in our fear, the mind wants to take control. The mind wants to get vengeful in this case, with it being in Scorpio. The mind wants to think of new ways to get to go against somebody. The mind wants to step back a little bit and control what people are saying by lashing out, by digging at them. You get that? You hear me? Don't let that happen. Even though people will get a little, oh, you think you knew? I am new. Combat it with that. You changed. I absolutely have. I have. Have you? I'm wondering, have you changed? Because it's time to change. And you could be nice about it. We don't have to be bitches in this. You could be nice about it. You really, really can. But we don't have to fight it. I hope that makes sense to somebody in here. Also on Wednesday, see, this is where it gets gnarly because that moon in Leo staying in this egotistical space like, dun, 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 I'm new and I can do whatever it is that I want to do. And I'm fighting against the mind that wants to control what's happening in this moment in time. And I'm big and I'm bad. It's also squaring up against Mars, which can control, I should say, which can incite a fight. Incite a riot, incite non-movement at the very least. You but somebody's looking at you like, yeah, I'm not trying to work with that motherfucker. Here's the deal. We feel new about this new cape that we have because we have transformed, because Pluto is showing us all the things that our integrated self. Sometimes it's best, in my opinion, is what I'm being told right now. Sometimes it's best to keep our ego under tongue. Does that make sense? To keep our ego right here. Sometimes we don't have to have the words which it wants to fight up against Mercury with. Sometimes we don't have to fight which it wants to fight up against Mars with. Sometimes we can just shine, bitches. Does that make sense? Just walk into the room and shine. Just show them who you are. Just shine. And they're like, oh, you kind of bright. I am. Would you like a couple glass of water? Would you like a apple? You understand what I'm saying? You look good. Well, I do. I thank you. I got some new sneakers. Wow. Tell me what you're doing. Not right now. Not right now. Why? Because on Wednesday, again, the ego wants to give all the information per Mercury. And all of a sudden you leaking out. All of a sudden you leaking out. In my opinion, this is a downfall. That is a downfall. I mean, a download. Let me start all over. Take two. In my opinion, this is a download. That is a downfall of most human beings. Is that every time we get this heightened ego, we get this vibrato, we get this new cape, we get this new understanding of self. We're walking tall in our power, right? We want to share it. Not only do we want to give it out, you understand what I'm saying? Not only do we want to give it out, we want to go out and fucking fly off the terrace with it. We want to go and swoop down and save babies with it. We want to give away $100,000 with it. We want to do the thing in which makes us pump up. Be careful of that, because it's ego. Be careful of that. We're not here to save people. Be careful of that. All right, y'all? We're here to save ourselves. We're here to save ourselves. Okay? Everybody else just gets the benefit for that, because we're walking around what? Shining. That's all I'm saying. And then again, with that Mars, you don't want to get into a little confrontation about it. Is it going to create a stubborn standoff, forcing you, the ego with the brat and all these things? You know what I mean? Just let the power flow is what I said. I just wanted to take my time to go through that. Wednesday's gnarly in that way. Watch your step. And watch other people. If this doesn't affect you, oftentimes it doesn't. There's people that will go, you know what? Your rundown, nothing like that happened to me. Okay, but what about the people around you? What about the conversation that you had with your mother and you saw your mother or your father or your sister pump up and be like, dun, 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 dun. How did you handle that? Because remember, it's not just about us. We're in community, right? We have to learn to live with one another while we're doing the best to live with ourselves and to recreate ourselves. I'm just going to say it like that. On Thursday, thank God, the moon goes into Virgo. And I say thank God because we need a moment. We need a moment to step out off that cape, so to speak, put it down, and to be a little bit more service oriented. But it gets a little confusing because that moon in Virgo wants to quincunx Neptune. This is where I said you got to remember your purpose. This is where I said you got to remember your bubble. Right? Because now with the moon in Virgo and it quincunxing on Neptune, and also before that moon in Libra was quincunxing Saturn, there's a confusion that's happening. The confusion is, do I have my disciplines? Did I do my rituals right? Oh my God. Am I going to be blamed for X, Y, and Z? Should I figure out the details of what it is I need to do in order to be able to live the dream that I need to live? Now that I had this egotistical burst in the last 2 weeks, or I've watched the egotistical bursts come around me and I end up in a fight, or I saw somebody arguing, do I need to go back and learn the lesson all over again? Pause. Because as we grow and as we walk through this processing, right, it's natural to get confused about the new shoes that you are wearing. It's natural to get confused about the new power that you hold, right? We just went through an egotistical confusion of it all. And now Virgo is coming in like, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, the right disciplines per Saturn. I don't know. I don't know if I'm really paying attention to my dreams and I'm fulfilling them the way that I need to. Should I be more critical of myself? No. We are taking the steps. We are walking the steps. We are doing what we need to do per each step that we are given. Right? There's no right or wrong in it. There's no judgments. There's no discrimination. That's not the word I wanted to use. There's no I can't think of it right now. There's no way in which we need to break ourselves down, be too critical of ourselves, right? Ooh, I just got way distracted. That's very, very interesting. This energy just came over me. Well, I need you to leave. I need you to go. Thank you very much. There's no reason for us to tap into this critical person that we need to nitpick and be detailed and feel like we're not perfect in what it is that we are doing based on this new idea that we have. We got to crawl before we walk. We got to walk before we run, right? There, and remember the bubble. Remember the bubble. Again, because on Thursday, here comes that moon in Virgo squaring up against Uranus. Now this moon in Virgo is going, not only am I critical about my disciplines and my rituals and the hard work that I've been doing, not only am I critical about and confused in that criticism about what spirit wants to say. Did spirit say that? Are those that my imagination? Is that too idealistic out this month? Should I be a little bit more realistic? Here comes the confusion. Not are we confused about that, but also with that moon in Virgo squaring up Uranus, it's saying, did you make the right choice? Are these changes good for you? Are these new innovations good for you? At the same time, Thursday, that moon in Virgo is quincunxing Pluto. Am I in my right power? Am I in my right bag? Am I in my right discovery of self? Did I see that wrong? Did I get that wrong? Do I need to pull back some? Should I apologize? It's a weird day in which, again, you got to remember that bubble on Tuesday. You got to remember that bubble on Tuesday. Remember, I said that by the end of the week, it gets gnarly, because there's a lot of confusion that wants to come through and throw you off your square. Again, it's natural. Why? Because when we crawl and we got to get up and fall, we got to get up and fall. We got to get up and see the thing. But also, thank you, Spirit, you also have to stay in the believability of what Spirit already tell you. It's your faith walk that keeps you going on that day. The quincunx, the confusion, the frustration comes in as some human shit to throw you off your square, but you know who you believe in. You believe in spirit, your ancestors, your guides. You believe in the walk that you have been given. Don't let that confusion on Thursday throw you off. And if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, which you probably don't, please come back on Thursday. I timestamp all of my whatchamacallits here on YouTube, right? Where you can just go right to the day, and leave a comment and let me know how Thursday worked out for you going into Friday. Also, going into Friday, let's talk about that. The moon will stay in Virgo, and the sun, being that it's in Libra, wants to square up Jupiter on that day. So we wake up feeling, after all of that confusion or some bout in that confusion, where's my expansion? Did I do a good job? Am I going to get my money? Am I going to love deeper? Do I understand what's happening? Did I gain any knowledge from X, Y, and Z? Are y'all hearing me? This is all Jupiter's blessings. Did I receive the blessing? Overthinking it based on the confusion. Are y'all with me? I know this is a lot of information. Please pay attention to Friday, because as that sun in Libra wants to overthink the expansion and the blessings and the opportunities that are coming. Do I deserve this thing? Oh my God, I don't know. I've been falling. I've been tripping over the last day and a half or so. Am I strong enough? Did this Pluto situation help me become strong enough to walk this? Yes, it did. This is just the process. I'm here to tell you, please understand this, even though this is a little prelude to it. On Friday, at the end of the day, the mind becomes clearer, though, because the moon in Virgo sextiles Mercury on that day. The mind becomes a little bit clearer, right? Passion becomes a little bit more interjected. You start to feel like, okay, I think I have my footing, because why? The brain starts to make sense again. I can see a little bit clearer. There's no confusion any longer. I just need to get my ducks in a row. I just need to stay on my path. I just need to stay with the plan that I gave myself. I just need to remember who I am. I just need to remember what I just went through. I need to remember that bubble. Please come back in the comments for me, y'all, because Wednesday leading into Thursday and Friday is gnarly as heck. But check it out. It helps. I love it, though. You know what, Squirrel? I love life like that. I don't know about y'all, Because even as I speak this, I feel the disconnection with us. And I'm not saying that you're not listening, but I feel the disconnection in that you may not see it or feel it or understand it. But what I know to be true intuitively in this moment in time makes me high. It makes me happy to know that we are not only being given all the beautiful changes that we need, but we are being tested in the best way possible to walk it. And as we are walking it, we are showing God that we are worthy of it. As we are walking it, we are showing God that we are living this life. This is what I get high about. My natal chart, I have Mars in the 12th house, which means I came on this life with the energy to look inside my subconscious. I came into this life with the energy and the propensity to go deep and to share all my shit. A lot of people I know don't like that about me, because on some level I require you to do the same thing. I do. So sorry. That's why I don't have too many friends right now. But it's okay, because I learned to love that about me. But that's what makes me high about these walks Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and that we can get hit. We can tell God, God, I know you with me, God. I know you my homie, God. We're going to get this. I know I'm broke, God, but I know money is coming, God. I know I don't have a man and I don't have love, but I'm loving myself, God. I know that I need this new job. I know that I need to move. I know these things need to happen. I know my house is about to go into foreclosure, but I know I got you, God. Do you understand that? The excitement around that? You share that too, Kia? The excitement around that in my heart, it keeps me going. It makes me cry. It absolutely, I'm human. I get fucking worried. Yes. But when I find this feeling again, and spirit goes, calm down. I need you to crawl. This is where you show yourself. This is where you prove to yourself. This is where you show your ancestors and your guides that you need them. This is the part that makes them clap on the other side. This is the part that shows them that you're not just confused walking here. This is the part that shows them you're here to live out their dream. You're here to continue the lineage. You're here to do the work that they left you. And you take it on proudly. It's like being online at a sorority. I've never freaking pledged, y'all, but I can only imagine. It's the honor, the valor, the gallantry that you have to walk through, to be brave about some shit. And intuitively, internally, I can do this. I'm God's child. It's going to be hard. I'm a fucking snot. I'm a little crazy. I'm going to show up with black eyes. I'm not going to have too many friends. People are going to look at me and think I'm crazy. But you know what? I'm willing to take the hit. You know why? Because I have no alliance to no freaking human on this planet. I have all my alliances go to spirit and the ancestors that put me out here. Boom. Humans can kick rocks too, on some level. Think about it. I want y'all to really think about that. That's the excitement. I pray that you get fueled up for Wednesday, Thursday, and leaning into Friday, okay? Because your blessings are still there. Your blessings are still honed in. They're in the core of you now. They're inside. They may not be in a cute little backpack. They may not be in your Gucci shoes. They may not be in your little fucking electric car that you drive. They may not be superficial. They may not show on the outside, but you got it because you've been walking it. That's my point. I can get high off of God, y'all. I can get high off the spirit because it's the only thing that has kept my ass alive. And I got stories. Y'all want to hear some stories? Not today, but I got stories. Saturday is when it all kind of comes up, right? Where that moon and stays in Virgo, right? And Saturday, the moon sextiles Mars. Well, let's get going, bitches. Let's get going. Sextiles harmony, right? Mars is movement, right? Aggression, right? The moon in Virgo says, oh, I figured it out. Yes, Sonja, yes. Stay in the corners. Yes, Sonja, yes. Pay attention to not only the service that I've done for people, but gosh darn it, the service that I have for myself. Right, Miriam? Right, Classic C? The service that I have for myself. Moon and Virgo energy is not only here to service other people, but Virgo energy has come to learn how to service itself. That's its real magic. That's its real purpose for all Virgo people out there. You can give it away so easily, but what you really came here to learn is how to service you. So on Saturday, we start to click. Oh, I just walked through that little barbed wire fence on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to learn how to service myself, to learn how to move. And Mars in Scorpio goes, yup, bitch, I'm in Scorpio. We about to do this in a determined kind of way. I love Mars in Scorpio. 0 to 60 out this bitch. Now that it clicks, now that I got it, it's no holding back. Now that it clicks, now that I got the motivation, now that I'm in control of my movement and my destiny, because God has brought me through this little crawling moment, I can move forward, not only with servicing myself, Moon in Virgo, but servicing myself with the details that's necessary, the information that's necessary. Moon in Virgo brings you the shit. It brings you the questions. It qualifies. It says, look, sub-level C.378 says, we're going to do this. Well, gosh darn it. The Mars in Scorpio says, let's do it then. Let's move. Let's motivate it. Does that make sense? Oh, I'm so hyped. That Moon in Virgo also does what now on Saturday? Sextile Jupiter. Let's go. Sextile Jupiter. Say what? Sextile Jupiter brings the expansion. So you stay in that bubble again. It brings you the knowledge at the very least. So you stay in that bubble again. You start to rise going, oh, wait a minute. Not only do I know myself, not only did this Virgo critical, determined energy bring me through this thing to help to service other people, but mainly myself. Now I'm getting the blessings out of this. I'm following up with a little bit more knowledge about who I am, with a little bit more blessings, with an opportunity maybe. Come on, y'all. Talk to me. Talk to me. You also learn on Saturday with that Moon in Virgo, balancing out opposition Saturn. Review your boundaries. Keep people 50 feet. Keep people at 50 feet. Because what happens? Manipulators. People that like to stifle folks, people that like to poke holes in people and suck because they don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work, the Saturn work. They come and they want to, step over your boundaries. Be very discerning. Know that what it is that you cultivated within yourself, getting hype about God, getting hype about your journey, was for you mainly. I love you, Vaughn. It's for you mainly. Okay? You got to give yourself and other people 50 feet because I did this work. I'm staying in my rituals. I'm cultivating this bubble of consciousness high above the ground, high above. When I say the ground is petty motherfuckers. The ground are people that don't want to do the work. The ground are people that want to blame and shame. The ground is people that rather stay caught in their sadness. God bless them, y'all. But squirrel, there's so many people that really love being sad. And they'll be the first people to say, no, I want to be happy. But the moment they get happy, they'll trudge up some drama in their life to be sad again. They'll call somebody and say, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but what the fuck are you saying anything for? To start another ball of rolling so people can start talking about you and then possibly some sadness or madness comes out of it? What are you doing, cuz? What are you doing? If you that person, check yourself. Check yourself. Because nobody's coming to save you. There's so many people on this particular broadcast and throughout the world that are living in this bubble, that are doing the work and staying in this high consciousness where at one point, they're not going to have time to save you no more. Your manipulative victimhood ways are not going to work because people are rising above this. They're doing the work for themselves. They're recognizing the changes. They're recognizing their Plutonian ways. They're integrating. Right? So they can save themselves and be a better selves for them and for other people, for their children, not to continue to save you. Right? People are getting hit. On Sunday, that moon goes into Libra. It smooths out a little bit, becomes some cerebral, intellectual shit. Back to the change. Find the fairness in it. Why? Because that moon in Libra wants to trine up Uranus, right? Excuse me. So go back to the change. You figure you can, okay, I took an L. Libra don't mind taking L's. Libra don't mind taking L's. I took an L, Moon and Libra. It's all right. I feel the feels. I took an L in order to create this new change, in order to realize what this change is all about, in order to walk in alignment of this change. I took an L. If Sunday you got to take an L, it's not a big loss. Don't get emotional about it. Don't get your panties in a bunch. It's not a big deal. You took it for the collective so you can do what? Continue to change, continue to evolve, continue to go where Uranus wants you to go. And Uranus, even though it's going retrograde right now, is pulling up a lot of things in which we know we need to change about. So, okay, I took an L so I can change my perspective, so I can be somebody different, so I can be the weirdo that I really am, so I can be innovative in the way that I am. You get what I'm saying? On Sunday, that Moon in Libra trines up Pluto. Let's go. Now you back in your power again. Now you feeling the justice of the resources and the people coming together, of the community that's looking at you, winking at you across from the room, going, I see you, baby. I see you. I see you getting strong over there, right? You start to see your folks. You start to connect with your people. You start to connect with the power that's yours. All right. Do yourself a favor though on Sunday. Don't get dismayed if you can't go to church. Don't get dismayed if you can't pray that day. Don't get dismayed that you get caught up in your head, right? And the rituals stop. There's a lot of hard work to do because the sun is quincunx in Saturn. Don't get dismayed. That quincunx is frustrations, y'all. And they're little bugs that come around you to try to throw you off your square. But more than anything, they try to keep you focused. Because if you can stay focused without adhering to the distractions, you're getting stronger in the walk. You did? On Sunday, that moon is also, this is the last little bit we're going to talk about and then go to the cards. I appreciate y'all being here. God, I love y'all. And God, I love you for being patient enough to hear what comes through me and being diligent and being open enough as I talk my Yonkers talk. Sometimes I listen back to myself. I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? But there are some people that get it. Mainly y'all. Y'all get it. Like I go up and down and all around in an explanation, but it comes back to one. And I'm grateful for you. It ends on Sunday with that moon in Libra doing what? Conjuncting with Venus. We gotta end on a good note. See the worth in it all. You look back in your week and go, well, look at that. I'm worthy. You worthy? I'm worthy of all the crawls. I'm worthy of the fight that could have happened, but I stepped away. I'm worthy of the L that I took. I'm worthy of the quick little changes that need to happen because why? Dun, 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 I have a new cape on and I'm powerful, more powerful than I've ever been because I have integrated that Pluto energy that we was just talking about at the top of this. If you are new, you're going to want to see this from the top because the top, this Pluto explanation of going direct, I'm trying to tell you, it lays it all out for this week. Did I do a good job, y'all? Do y'all see it? Do you have questions? Because if you don't see it, I want you to ask the questions because I want to make it crystal clear for you. Absolutely crystal clear. Let me know. But we end on Sunday with the moon, the feeling in conjunction sitting right on top of Venus saying this is all worth it. All the steps that we took to get here, it's all top shelf. In order to have what's top shelf, we did all of this so we can stay in our bubble. Ooh, Spirit, thank you for that analogy. We can stay in our bubble and reach for higher ground. Because them motherfuckers on the ground, I can't resonate with that any longer. I can't resonate with the manipulation and the victimhood and all the pain that they would rather lay in. I can't resonate with that broke, welfare, poverty-stricken idea and mentality of who I am and who I was. I can't resonate with that anymore. So we got to stay in that bubble of knowing who we are, knowing the changes that we made, even though the bubble will get caught into some turbulence along the way. It's okay because it's the higher consciousness that's going to prove the day. And at the end of Sunday, it's about seeing the value in that. Oh, snap. Now I see why I did that. Now I can reap some type of reward, some type of understanding. What's up, Portia? Nice to see you. What's up, Energy Healing? Let's get to the card. Any questions, please make up one. That's for the, oh, that's a good question, Zena. Thank you for that. Come up with a question like Zena. Anything that I said, anything that can help the collective. How long, she says, does Mars typically stay in one sign? Mars typically stays in a sign from 4 to 6 weeks. Again, the operative word is typically. Sometimes we have an anonymity and them goddamn Mars, like last year, I don't know if y'all remember, last year Mars was in Cancer for like 3 months. I was happy about it, but it was gnarly in some sense for a lot of different people. But in any case, answer, 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks. If it doesn't go retrograde, my extended answers. I always give extended answers, right? I love teaching, y'all. I just love teaching. Please take a workshop. Please hire me to do a workshop for you and your friends. Please, please, please hire me to do a reading for you. I teach while I give you the reading, please. And I'm not just begging because I need money. I mean, I do need money, but I'm not just begging because of that, because I got good information that goes a long way. Mars also, Zena, like I said, I was about to say, when it goes retrograde, that's when it ends up staying in a sign longer, right? Because a planet goes from 0 degrees to 29 degrees for everybody that doesn't know. So when it's going direct, it's going 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh shit, we're going retrograde. Back 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, going to another sign. Then we got to go, keep going, go back for it as it goes direct. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes it can stay longer depending on if it's going retrograde. All right. I make myself laugh. Oh, you miss hearing me? Oh, I appreciate that. I felt that in my heart. Thank you, soul knowing energy healing. I appreciate you being around, cutie pie. I really, really, really do. We are at the end of this particular broadcast, and I appreciate again you being here. Check out Free Bricks on October 28th at 7:30, either in person at the Santa Monica Playhouse or live stream it. All of my information is here in the description box below and on IG too, in my Linktree links. I'd appreciate y'all coming. I'm also going to be performing some music. Yep, a good 30-minute set at Head Wraps in the Park at 1 p.m. and that's October 25th. Come out and show out. You understand? I love that. And I love to hug you. I love giving good hugs. So come with a good ass hug. All right. All right. I don't see no questions. So I'm going to spread this one card that's going to jump on out. Thank you again for being here. And oh, if you didn't know, there is an 8th annual Wordlife Astrology retreat. It really is. There's only 5 spots available. And I want y'all to come. We're going to SEQUOIA National Forest. We're going to Auto Camp SEQUOIA. It is beautiful up there where everybody has their own Airstream that they're going to stay in. I'm performing when I'm up there as well. We're doing a workshop. There's a couple of hikes that we're going to go on. I'm thinking of booking this whitewater rafting thing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that's May 28th through June 1st. Check out my website for that too on my retreats page. Okay. Get your deposit in before them 5 spots get taken up. Appreciate you. Love you. Hold on. Great Mother, Father, God, and all my guardian angels. Move through this week that Pluto was activated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Shame, man. Ooh, here's that one card. Bada boom, bada bang. Thank you, Miss A. I appreciate that. You got your tickets for free, Bridge, Jessica? Yay. I can't wait to squeeze you. You give good hugs. We got some work to do too, young lady. We got work to do. All right. Love to see y'all. Thank you for being here. Waving hello to all the people that have come in and out of IG. Oh, what's the card? I knew this card. You know what? I should start betting y'all. That's how I can make my money. Let me tell you something. Sonja is funny. That's how I can make my money and pay my rent. I'm gonna use my intuition to just be like, what card y'all think is gonna come out? I bet you $50. You raise me 50, I bet you 100. Raise me 700. I bet you 1,000. Y'all think that? I don't know. Spirit be talking to me. I knew this card was coming out. That was all for me to make myself laugh, y'all. Cause we ready. We are ready. We are ready. I want to do a jig. Can I do a jig? Can I do a jig? Can I do a jig? Do a jig. Do a jig. Boom, boom. Do a jig. Do a jig. Yeah. Cause we're ready. Cause we're ready. This card is the rightness card. Yes, I'm a little goofy, but again, I seen this as I was shuffling. I'm not even lying. Oh, I'm all hot and excited now. Oh, I had to get up and do a jig. I had to do a jig because we are ready. We are ready. Rightness. We are ready. We are ready. I have no more words. I'm going to read the gosh darn thing. This makes me so incredibly excited. And thank y'all for witnessing my goofiness because it's just me. And I just love passing on these awesome messages. Come on. What, God? Ooh, let me get a little wind. Let me get a little wind. Okay. We ready? Y'all ready? You want to see it close? Bada bing. Bada bang. We ready. Oh, I'm so excited. I seen this. When the fruit is ripe, it drops from the tree by itself. One moment it hangs by a thread from the branches of the tree, bursting with juice. The next moment it falls, not because it's been forced to fall or it has made the effort to jump, but because the tree has recognized its ripeness and simply let it go. When this card appears in a reading, it indicates that you are ready to share your inner riches, your juice. All you need to do is relax right where you are and be willing for it to happen. This sharing of yourself, this expression of your creativity, it can come in many ways in your work, your relationships, your everyday life experiences. No special preparation or effort on your part is required. It is simply the right time. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Amen, sister. Amen, brother. You see why I got so excited about that? Because why? Let me tell you. Let me give you Sonja's version. Because that bubble, that conscious bubble, that work that we've been doing through Pluto that put us through that bubble keeps us ready. It keeps us going. It lets us know we did the work. We are here. We are ready to roll it out, regardless of what people are saying, even regardless of what your ego is saying. You ain't got to push too hard. You don't have to sit back and let people talk shit. Just stand your ground. Just be ready to move. Be ready to drop. Be ready to share your juices, your inner juice, your light, because you cultivated it. You took time to cultivate it. Don't underestimate yourself. You are God's child. You understand that? Don't underestimate yourself. You are God's child, and you've been doing the work. 10%, 50%, 80%. I'm not measuring, so I don't want you to measure. Any small percentage is okay, is worthy, is necessary because you're ready to go to the next space. Show them what you got. Show them what you got. All right? All right. I'm going to go. It's been great sharing this information with y'all. Thank you again for being here. I hope to see you on the 25th and the 28th. I'll see y'all next Monday, though, 12 p.m. Pacific time, right here on my YouTube channel, which is SonjaMarie's Wordlife Astrology. And I come on IG, too. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm excited. I'm going to take this little excitement I got and give it to every stranger that I see on the street. And I'm going to hug Mystic and let her know y'all love her too, okay? Y'all be good. Take care of yourself. All right? All right. Adios.